You know, it was only a week or two ago that the sky was falling for the Lakers, or rather for Laker fans, and the narratives being pushed about the team. Everything from LeBron leaving their team, wanting to be traded, or simply being bought out of his contract, Luka Doncic not being happy with the team, Rob Pelinka doing absolutely nothing and being called the worst general manager in the entire NBA, and that their team got definitively worse, not better. And well, in that time frame, I think we can all agree that a lot has changed for their team. Adding DeAndre Ayton, even before that adding Jake LaRavia, now adding Marcus Smart, and completely transforming their team. No, they might not be quite done yet, and there might be some moves left to be made, but they have definitely changed the narrative about their team. Now you see reports that Luka Doncic is definitely going to sign an extension with their team, even with Luka Doncic recruiting for their team, recruiting everyone from DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, even helping with Jake LaRavia, and really working with the Lakers front office about the needs that he wants for their team, the players that he wants in their team, and what he wants their team to look like. It's a whole lot different, and the narratives are completely different now too. And well, talking more to that relationship between Luka Doncic and the Lakers front office, it's become visibly apparent and it's no longer being denied by anyone. In fact, it's being really supported and outright mentioned by the Lakers' new players they brought in, now being mentioned by both DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart. With Marcus Smart even saying that Luka convinced him to join their team, reaching out to him not only once but literally twice in an effort to do so. Once and then twice after Smart didn't really take it seriously. Luka reaching out to Marcus Smart and Marcus Smart's agent, letting it be known that if and when he does the contract buyout that he definitely wants him on the team, thinks that he would be a good addition to their team, made him feel welcomed, and outright recruited him to join the purple and gold. And here's what Marcus Smart had to say about it.
In this era, and you know, when you get a guy like Luka calling, referencing, checking on you, trying to see where you at to see, and that if you want to come and, you know, join something special that he's trying to cook up over here, and for him to say that, you know, to see that he can really use my help, that meant a lot. You know, played against Luka a lot, been on a lot of opposing ends of you know, Luka magic, and to be able to come out and be on his side at this time means a lot.
Did you and Luka have a relationship prior to this process? And if not, kind of how did that get going? Like, do you remember the first day he hit you up about this possibility?
I wouldn't say it was a relationship, but we definitely had a mutual understanding and respect for each other. After every game, you know, playing, it was always, you know, flowers, you know, way to go, keep going, you know, keep those guys going, and vice versa. It first came, my agent, you know, I'm working out, and I get a call from my agent saying, you know, hey, Luka's reached out. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, you know, like, all right. And then another day, same thing, Luka reached out again. And now it's real, you know, it's no longer what ifs. It's real, and it's something we need to talk about. And that was a great feeling, like I said, and that's kind of what kind of got the things going for me to be here, and I'm excited to be here.
Once you were able to make that connection with Luka on the phone, like, what's Luka the recruiter like? We know what the basketball player is like. What's the recruiter like in him?
It's the same. He's a competitor, you know, and you know, he just the same way. You know, he has that competitive nature when he's talking, when he, you know, he's intrigued, and that's it. You know, he didn't really have to say much. You know, Luka, his name, his ability, what he has done, spoken for itself. And you know, for me, like I said, I've been on the other end of Luka magic. So, you know, to be able to come and join and see it, and witness it on the other side is something that I was like, why not give it a shot?
I mean, I'm not sure about you guys, but that to me sounds like a guy that feels very welcome and very appreciative that the star player of the team was actually the guy to reach out to him and wanting him to join their team. That's the kind of pull that Luka Doncic has, reaching out to Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton, getting in touch with them, and likely in touch before any other teams do or any other opposing players do on other teams. That's what Luka Doncic can do, and he's showing it right now too. He's definitely got that star player kind of pull, recruiting role players to come and join their team and even take a massive discount to join their team. I mean, talking about DeAndre Ayton, him going from making $35 million last season, or what he was projected to make this season, now only making $8.3 million with their team this season. And yes, he is coming from a contract buyout, so he's getting a majority of that money, but it's still a pretty massive discount and he could have gotten more elsewhere. Or for Marcus Smart, likely the same thing applies here. Going from making roughly 22 or 23 million next season, now to making 5.1 million with their team. taking less money, likely again could have gotten more money from a different team, maybe even a bigger role with a different team, who knows, but he was attracted and swayed to their team by Luka Doncic. The allure, the aura, whatever you want to call it, Luka definitely has that kind of pull, and he's showing it right now too. And I mean, nothing against either Marcus Smart or DeAndre Ayton, but if Luka Doncic is doing that with them and is willing to do that with the kind of role player or guys that they are in their stature, imagine what he might be willing to do to attract a legitimate star player after LeBron leaves their team. You know, whether it's in the 2027 offseason, which we've heard so much about, reports saying that they're trying to preserve cap space for that time frame and when they'll likely go after their next star to pair with Luka Doncic. You know, whether that's say Nikola Jokic, whoever it might be at that time frame, I really don't care that much, but if Luka is doing this with role players like Marcus Smart or DeAndre Ayton, you know, again, nothing against them, they're definitely great role players and definitely have had some really good moments at the highest level, both making it to an NBA Finals, both playing well at that stage, and definitely are a welcome addition and not to mention a very valuable addition to this team, but again, they're not comparable to a star player, and if Luka is going out of his way to recruit them, now imagine what he might do and what he might try to do to get that star player to play next with him for the next half decade to decade with the purple and gold. That's really interesting in my opinion. You know, not only that, but I think that's confirmation that Luka is in fact in it for the long haul with their team. If you're not aware, he is under a 2-year contract, 1 year being guaranteed next season, the other one being a player option, and the Lakers can offer him a contract extension beginning on August 2nd, which is only about 2 weeks away at this point. At that point, they can offer him a 4-year, nearly $230 million contract. So I think this is pointing to either Luka taking that contract, taking some version of that contract. A different option could be taking a 3-year, $165 million contract this summer with them, then re-upping in 2028 to sign a maximum 5-year, $420 million deal in 2028. That could be another option for him, or even if he would wait to sign it next summer. I think he's showing that he definitely will eventually take a contract with them, whether it's this summer, whether it's a 4-year contract, 3-year contract, waiting until next summer. I don't think it really matters at this point. Luka's in for the long haul with their team, building a team around himself, working with the Lakers front office, and them directly addressing the needs that he wants and what he told them to get. I mean, according to reports, Luka told them that he wanted a capable rim-running center, shooting help, and offensive support, which is pretty much the perfect description for DeAndre Ayton, Jake LaRavia, and Marcus Smart. So them working together and working pretty perfectly together up until this point, Luka going out of his way to not only tell them what he wants, but then help them get what he wants, going out of his way to reach out to DeAndre Ayton, Marcus Smart, not only once, but even twice for Marcus Smart. You know, it's definitely a really good working relationship at this point, and if it's already good with this current version of the front office, now imagine how much better it's going to be as Mark Walter takes over, the more money that will likely come in with him, and the likely changes that will come with him as well, likely for the better. I think it's only going to get better over time with Luka Doncic. And keep in mind, we're talking about a 26-year-old superstar here, literally the very definition of it, and not to mention a very motivated one and one that's determined to prove people wrong. I mean, it's not very often that a de facto superstar gets traded, and actually blindsided by a trade too. Getting traded at the trade deadline, not only that, but coming with accusations and claims about himself, everything from his leadership, diet, ability to lead a team and win a championship with a team. You know, everything that came out after that point and everything that the Mavericks really were leaking about him, that definitely has fueled him, and we are seeing it already too. You know, talking about the pictures of him already losing weight, him being in the gym and following a very strict plan over the offseason, then going on to play Eurobasket pretty soon with the Slovenian national team. I think we're going to get a very motivated and really out for blood version of Luka Doncic coming this year, which he's already showing and trying to build a good team around him for it too. So I'm definitely looking forward to watching it play out. And well, with all of that being said here, if you're a Laker fan, I think you should be very excited, not only for this season, but really for the next decade with Luka Doncic. Him outright recruiting to their team, showing the level of commitment that he is showing right now, directly actually shown by Marcus Smart and talked about by him. Luka being committed to his body, diet, and what he's trying to do going forward. I think we're in store for a very special Luka Doncic and hopefully a very special Lakers team going forward too. So with that in mind here, what do you guys think? How do you feel about the reports about Luka Doncic recruiting for their team, helping get both Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton to join their team through the buyout market, what Luka has been looking like, and kind of what he's been doing behind the scenes for their team? How do you feel about it, and how do you think it will ultimately make their team look this season and going forward with Luka Doncic too? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I would greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.